Nation, today is Monday. Happy Monday. It is Monday, the 29th day of January 2024. I hope you're all safe and healthy today, and that your family is safe and healthy, and that you guys enjoyed your weekend, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, who along with the first responders, are out here every day saving lives. Blessings also upon those that pick up garbage for us to keep our streets and sidewalks and places clean and disease free. Blessings upon those that make deliveries such as food and water and mail for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. Those that are also victims of pornography and child pornography, prostitution, child prostitution, human trafficking, sex slavery. Double curses on all the perpetrators, the profiteers, and the perverts that create this industry. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. Nearly 600,000 men, women, and children homeless in the United States of America and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. So I want you to listen. I just saw this morning from Ian Begley on SNY. And I want you to listen and tell me if this sounds familiar to you. Listen carefully.
I thought it was interesting. Prior to this injury, there was some thought internally about sticking together and not doing much at the deadline because the team had been playing so well in the wake of the OG Anunoby trade. But again, that was pre-Julius Randle injury.
All right, so that's making a deal. But as the roster is currently constituted, what adjustments do you expect Tom Thibodeau to make starting on Monday in Charlotte?
Yeah, I think he'll either go Josh Hart in the starting lineup or Quentin Grimes in the starting lineup. And then, you're just loading up the starters with big minutes, and they're used to that. And I think that, you tighten up your rotation to 8 players, or maybe you use a Jericho Sims in spot minutes if you need to go bigger. Maybe if you're looking for shooting, you go Evan Fournier. But I would look for either Hart or Grimes to go into that starting lineup. And if I'm betting, I'm probably betting on Hart, but we'll see how it goes.
Tighten up the rotation. There are your 8 players. Josh Hart in the starting lineup. Starters playing heavier minutes. I think we already said that. Why make a move if you win? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So they were already headed that way. And I don't think a Julius Randle injury is going to change that. It depends on what the timetable is for Drew's return. If Drew was out for the season, the Knicks might make a move. And earlier in this particular video, there was, of course, the mention of Bruce Brown, but I thought the mention of Harrison Barnes really got my attention. I always liked Harrison Barnes. He's at the stage in his career where he doesn't need to start. He just dropped 39 or something a couple of nights ago. And he can come off the bench if we needed to. If Drew was out extended time, he would start. Tom would start the same guys we just said. It would be OG at the 4, Josh Hart start. But then instead of Josh Hart in the bench, you would have Harrison Barnes back there. Another solid defender, solid player that could help the Knicks. So depending on Julius Randle's injury, if it's something that's season ending, I can see them making a move to try to get a Harrison Barnes. And the Knicks can easily get him. He's been dangled before. The Kings has the young Murray kid, Keegan Murray, he's a ball player, okay? And he plays Harrison Barnes' position. So I could see that move happening. And then of course the Kings could get a little draft capital for themselves. They're still, they're definitely playoff win now mode, but they're not all the way there yet. But they could use the draft capital and Evan Fournier, and so that would help a lot. But if Drew is gonna come back, as I said, if he comes back by either the 22nd of February, which is the first game after the All-Star break, 4 weeks from now, or the 24th of February against Boston at MSG, they ain't gonna make no moves. And that's why they're probably running more tests. The Knicks are very careful with these things. The medical staff on the New York Knicks is one of the best in the league, one of the best in the world. They got the best doctors dealing with any injury the players have. So with Julius, I don't know if you heard, but they did an MRI, and then they didn't come back with anything significant. So and he said they're probably running more tests, and I'm sure that's for the function of that will be the determination if they make a move. If Jude could come back in 4 weeks, they're not going to make no moves. They'll roll with these 8 dudes. They'll have Sims situational with Malachi Flynn. They're going to give more minutes to the 8 dudes. You're going to see more minutes for the 3 on the bench. And they're going to go with that until they can get Jude back. And they're going to be pretty good with that squad. They're not going to be as good as they had when they had Julius, but they're going to be able to hold their own. If Julius is out for an extended time, like missing the season or end of the season, you'll see them make a move. And I like the Harrison Barnes idea. I forgot about him because he was available 2 years ago. And when I was on the Julius Randle trade table, and I was like, trade him, I was looking at Harrison Barnes. But I got off that last year when I came to the realization, they're not trading Julius and they're not getting rid of him for a guy that's not all of it NBA. But as a backup, if Drew is out for the rest of the season and you need to replace that position in the 9-man rotation, that's where you got a Harrison Barnes. I like that idea. And this is what come from Ian Begley today at SNY. So, in fact, I'll probably put the link in the description box so y'all could hear it for yourself. But he mentioned Brown, and that don't make sense to me. Brown doesn't make sense. As many of you already know, that's just rumor, and he's repeating that. Maybe he has some fans that is Bruce Brown in the Knicks organization, but they already got Josh Hart. They don't need another Josh Hart. So given, like I said, if Jew is out extended time, a power guy that could play power forward and small forward and defend both positions and don't mind coming off the bench, a solid pro that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, is a rental. That works. Okay, so tonight the Knicks are playing Charlotte. Charlotte is definitely in rebuilding mode. They were in rebuilding mode when they drafted LaMelo Ball. Now they got LaMelo Ball. Brandon Miller's the rookie. They moved Scary Terry. They're trying to move Miles Bridges and ain't got no takers yet, and we already know why. And we're not interested. So for all y'all still pining and boning on Miles Bridges, calm down. We're not going after him. So they got Nick Richards and Cody Martin. And so right now, they're heading to rebuilding mode. They're going to try to get something for Bridges. And they're going to try to move some of these guys like P.J. Washington. They're going to try to move these guys and get some more draft capital and see if they can build from there. With Charlotte, the problem was Michael Jordan, in my view. Where do I say that? He's not a good president in terms of making chess moves. He make checkers moves, and that's why they where they at. Okay, if he was the Don and knew how to make chess moves, they'd be better because they've had plenty of look. They got LaMelo Ball in the lottery. They got Brandon Miller in the lottery. They had plenty of lottery opportunities, but they haven't been able to build on them. That's bad management. Period. Okay, so now I think he's giving up his stake or giving up his power position there. Let's see what they could do with what they have now. So if I'm the new guy coming in, I'm rebuilding. I'm clearing out all the cupboards. I'm starting with LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller, and I'm going from there. I'm getting rid of everybody and getting as much draft capital as I can and starting with those 2 kids. There's nobody, just for all of you NBA 2K players out there, there's nobody on Charlotte I want. There's nobody on Charlotte I want. There ain't nobody there. Okay? That cupboard is empty for the Knicks. We are way past looking at pickings from Charlotte. As far as the game tonight, this is the league. LaMelo Ball is available. He's not listed on the injury report, so he's going to be at full strength. Brandon Miller's a good rookie. He is a rook, but he could play. We got to take them seriously. This is a good test post Randle injury to see how the Knicks can handle business without Randle. And so we'll find out tonight and see what happens. But as far as going forward, so you heard they weren't looking for nobody. They wanted to stick with what they had, as they should. And Now that Randall's hurt, they're going to go with an 8-man rotation. You're going to see, like, you get Jericho Sims or, God forbid, Evan Fournier or even Malachi Flynn as situational. They're going to run the starters heavy minutes. Josh Hart is Tibbs' grandson. He's his godson, just like our Q was. So he's going to run, you're probably going to see him do 38 minutes a game. You're going to see Brunson run 35, 38 minutes a game. They're going to try to get Deuce in there for as much as possible for that defense, plus Precious, plus, of course, Quentin Grimes is going to see at least 20, 25 minutes a game. So I think we're in good shape. I put it this way. We're in good shape. No need to worry, no need to trip. We're in good shape. We done lost two of the most important players we have in Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson. And right now the Knicks are 4th seed. Let me say it again. We lost two of the most important players we have in Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle. And right now, the New York Knicks are the 4th seed in the East. Okay? 4th seed in the East. All right? So, all you Tom Thibodeau haters, stop it. All you try, we got to make a move, we need this, we did that, stop it. We in good shape. And we're going to be in good shape. Y'all enjoy your Monday. So.